given that you're on the inside, something that one of my mentors once told me is if you actually want to make change, you have to do it from the inside. And so I think because I used to be, the peleonera that would go and like march and protest and whatever. And he was like, cool, there's space for that. And actual change happens when, with the people that sign the laws and with the people that. And so, given that you're on the inside, and we'll talk about what you currently do, but given that you're on the inside, what do you wish more people knew they could do with knowing that there's people like you on the inside?
Yeah, I love that you bring that up because, like I said, it started off as a baby. When you're a baby activist, when you're just like, oh my God, I
Mm-hmm.
turned 18 years old, like, I'm going to make a difference, right? Las marcha, and don't get me wrong, like, I still do that very much because I like the way of saying, like, both two things can be true at once. So,
Totally.
sí, podemos ir a marchar, podemos ir a gritar, y también tenemos que hacer otras cosas. Gritar y marchar. I can walk up and down the street every day with my son and protest about everything. And what am I doing after that? That's the most important thing. And so being on this side, I would even go as far as to say that folks on the inside should have experience being out in the community in
Mm.
that space because it gives you that, like, I do sometimes I would question myself, like the imposter syndrome, like what the heck am I doing here, or like how, right? I'm like, wow, time flies. But I consider the advocacy experience, the coalition building, like las marchas, todo lo que aprendí de cómo movilizarnos como comunidad para lo que sea, todo eso es lo que me ayuda a mí a hacer mi trabajo aquí. Don't think that like everybody necessarily has that lens for whatever reason, right? And so on the inside, it is helpful to have that perspective. So when we're looking at policies, when we're looking to influence the conversation here internally, it helps me really level with saying like, hey, let me explain why this group or this particular community is impacted by this policy that maybe isn't something that would be super obvious, or it's just like, oh well, they're están gritando. Like, yes, it's important to be critical, it's important to advocate for what we deserve, what we want, what is just, what is fair,